We'll hear from the National Weather Service in Pendleton about some of the challenges when it comes to predicting winter weather. And a major update in the investigation into the Prosser Chief of Police following the police union's vote of no confidence.
And of course, we have light snow falling, very chilly temperatures. Look at that, we're 14 degrees right now outside. Wind chill factor is in play, and we'll talk about that coming up in your First Alert weather forecast.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest, on your side.
Good morning and thank you for joining us. I'm Riley Fitzgerald.
And I'm Stacy Lee. Well, here we are. The wind chill factor is here. It is freezing
Definitely
cold outside.
Much more significant of a drop than we've seen, I think, in quite a while. It was very chilly on my way out.
We went from, in the 40s and even close to 50 last week into now down below zero. So wind chill factors are a thing, and definitely some winter weather advisories in play. Let's take a peek outside. We've got a lot going on. We have some light snow falling through the Columbia Basin, Tri-Cities, Hermiston, Pendleton, Dayton, and just outside of Hanford, and that will continue to fall through the morning. That's going to move out. Most of the rest of the day we'll see some sunshine, and most of the snow showers will be contained to the lower portions of Oregon. 14 degrees right now. Feels like zero. Again, that is the wind chill factor. Our winds are blowing about 13 miles per hour. So again, be watching for that throughout the day. Very dangerous cold wind speeds around the area at 13 in Tri-Cities, 18 in Connell, 4 in Walla Walla, and that makes the temperatures even colder. Multiple winter weather advisories. We have avalanche warnings in the Blue Mountains today. So want to be very safe for backcountry folks. Sub-zero temperatures will continue as that Arctic blast moves on down from Canada, and that will continue to be the case at least for 4 to 5 days. So stick around. I've got more details coming up. First Alert full weather forecast. Riley?
Thank you, Stacy. Winter weather is always a challenge to predict. That's especially true in Washington, which is full of microclimates, each with their own particular quirks. Apple Valley News Now's Alyssa Warner visited the National Weather Service in Pendleton to get an in-depth look at how meteorologists are tracking this Arctic blast.
The mountains make things harder. Just the slight change in elevation throughout the region makes things more difficult for us. Kind of what we look at as forecasters here is the shift in the winds kind of above the surface. That kind of gives us an idea of what kind of air mass is coming into the region. They have to come from a very specific angle in order to kind of penetrate that shield that is the mountains. And so it's taking this more of a southward trek into more of the Oregon side than the Washington side, and that's why the shift in the forecast. It was earlier it seemed like it was going to make more of that more northward trek that would impact more Washington, but now it's kind of shifting more to the south towards Oregon. A couple of days ago we were expecting more impacts as far as snowfall accumulations for the Washington part of the Columbia Basin, but now it looks more and more like it's going to impact more Central Oregon and kind of the more mountainous regions down there.
With bitterly cold temperatures expected over the weekend, we'll continue to remind you where you can find an escape from the cold. First Congregational Church on South Palouse Street in Walla Walla will be open through 7 a.m. Monday, January 15th. The Christian Aid Center on Birch Street will be open 8:30 a.m. and 4 p.m. And the Walla Walla Public Library is also offering a safe place Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. until 7 p.m. There are several warming centers in Benton and Franklin counties as well. According to the Benton-Franklin Health District, you can call 211 or visit wa211.org for information and a list of local warming centers. In these kinds of conditions, many drivers believe it's nearly impossible for them to spin out if they have proper snow tires or an all-wheel drive vehicle, but that is not the case. Before heading out in winter weather, check your tire pressure and make sure it's at the right PSI. Check your battery to make sure it can last you through the cold. Avoid using cruise control on snowy or icy roads. Finally, give other drivers space. Remember, if you get into a crash or spin out, first responders trying to help you are also put at risk in these conditions. Also, make sure you have a good car emergency kit. Starts with items meant to help you stay warm, like hats, coats, and blankets, a windshield scraper, flashlight, first aid kit, booster cables, and a multi-tool like a Swiss Army knife are also good to have on hand. while cat litter or sand can help you if you're in an icy area and need traction under your tires. You can find a complete emergency kit example at applevalleyNewsNow.com. And it's not just when we're on the road that we need to prepare for winter weather. It's important to prepare your home as well, which means you should remember the 4 Ps. That means protecting your people, pets, plants, and pipes. For people, check on your friends, family, and neighbors. Make sure everyone is okay. Pets have to have shelter from winter weather with plenty of food and water available. Cover up your plants, especially if they're not winter friendly. And for pipes, insulate them if you can. Cover outside hose spigots and make sure you know where your shutoff valve is in the event of an emergency. Never use a generator inside your home or garage while you're trying to keep warm, and keep them at least 20 feet away from your home so your household won't be exposed to the fumes. For those who use a space heater, look for one that has an automatic shutoff in the event it tips over. Don't leave it on when you go to sleep, and always make sure your home's smoke detectors and carbon monoxide alarms are working. For more in-depth information on preparing yourself for winter weather, you can find more information in our winter weather article at applevalleyNewsNow.com. With snow coming down in some areas in our region last night, the U.S. Postal Service is asking citizens to help out letter carriers by keeping paths clear. The Postal Service is asking customers to make sure front porches and sidewalks are clear of snow and ice, since slippery conditions pose an injury risk for mail carriers. Customers with curbside delivery are also asked to keep the area around their mailboxes clear from the snow. According to the city of Walla Walla, there's an issue with utility payments made between December 10th and December 16th, 2023. Affected payments were those that were mailed or dropped off in the drop box on 3rd Avenue at the Corps of Engineers building. The city says a claim has been filed with the United States Postal Service, and the situation is being investigated by staff. Customers who paid by mail, Dropbox, or deposited using debit or credit cards are encouraged to contact the financial institution they bank with to verify if the check or credit card payment was applied to the utility account. In a story you've only seen on Apple Valley News Now, new developments come in the battle between the Prosser police chief and some of his officers. Chief Jay King has been placed on administrative leave after Teamsters local union number 839 filed a vote of no confidence against him. The union claimed he created a toxic work environment with his targeted, unlawful, and sexist actions, leading officers to take up their complaints with Human Resources and the union. The investigation starts Wednesday next week with no estimate of how long it will take. In the meantime, Sergeant John Marcus has been appointed as the interim police chief. Read the full story at applevalleyNewsNow.com. We'll return in just a moment, but first Stacey Lee joins us live now for another quick look at the weather.
And we've got some light snow falling in the area. Very, very cold this morning, 14 degrees, and our winds making it feel like 0 or below 0. Be safe out there, bundle up.
And the average adult needs roughly 2,000 calories per day, but a recent study shows that a lot of those calories may be being wasted on snacks. That's next on Good Morning Northwest.
Ben Franklin Transit is hiring safety-oriented coach operators. Become a crucial part of the Tri-Cities community and provide a vital service to our riders. Get out from behind a desk and experience a workday that keeps you moving. Enjoy CDL training, comprehensive benefits, and generous paid time off. When you're driving for Ben Franklin Transit, you're part of a growing team of community-oriented professionals. Apply now to join the Ben Franklin Transit team.
It's that time again.
It's our annual year-end inventory closeout sale at Mattress Depot USA.
This is your best opportunity of the year to save hundreds on brand name mattress sets.
All remaining models from last year's inventory are on sale.
Here's your chance to get a comfortable, great night's sleep at up to 60% off.
Don't hesitate, or else you'll have to wait another year to take advantage of these incredible savings.
Low prices every day. Mattress Depot USA.
Bruno! pup on the run? No problem. With 5 drive modes, Rogue makes this a walk in the park.
Drive the Nissan Rogue. Now get 1.9% APR financing for 60 months or get $2,000 NMAC cash on the 2023 Nissan Rogue.
Start the new year off right with a new truck and get the best from Spec Buick GMC. Like best-in-class towing of up to 22,000 pounds in the Sierra 2500. The most trailer assistant technologies in the Sierra 1500. The most advanced luxury in its class in a new Denali. Best selection with over 100 new trucks to choose from. We are your local GMC dealer. Visit us today in Pasco. Spec Buick GMC, a family automotive tradition since 1912.
Another year in the rear view. The rush to their games and family fun. Last-minute road trips and sun-soaked escapes. Game nights and tailgates. And all the journeys and memories that came between. Our entire team at McCurley will be here to help you for wherever this new year takes you. And to get you back home again.
Find your way home in a new Mercedes-Benz C300 for only $549 a month from Mercedes-Benz of Tri-Cities.
The best way to end your day.
That is good TV.
Friends, tonight at 11:05.
Welcome back. This cold weather might have you staying inside and reaching for the snacks, but a recent study shows people could be blowing much of their recommended daily calories on snacks. Mandy Gaither has a look at the research and some healthy snack choices that won't hinder your health goals.
From chips to crackers and sweets, when an afternoon pick-me-up is needed, you may just grab what's easy.
The way we snack is just kind of these episodic little grazings throughout the day, and we never really think about how much they actually add up.
Chris Taylor with Ohio State University is senior study author of a new study that suggests many adults consume up to 25% of their daily calories from snacks.
Because we're looking at a fairly substantial amount of our calories. It's a considerable source of added sugar, saturated fat, sodium that we're getting in the day that also don't come with a lot of nutrients.
So that your snacks don't derail your health goals, Taylor says it's important to plan for them just like you would a meal.
Having hummus on hand that I can then use as a quick snack instead of having to rely on some foods that may not contribute as much to my total nutrient needs.
Other healthy snacks include fruits and veggies, nuts and nut butters, as well as seeds. And Taylor says to beware of stealth calories in some beverages.
When we get a blender iced coffee drink or drinking a sugar sweetened beverage, those calories we don't often think about when we drink them as snacks.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
Plastic chemicals are costing the U.S. healthcare system billions of dollars. That's the takeaway from a new study that finds a group of hormone-disruptive chemicals contributes to development of chronic disease and death. Just in 2018, that cost tallied to more than $249 billion. According to medical experts, the 4 chemicals measured in the new study are thought to interfere with the body's mechanism for hormone production. Those include certain chemicals that make plastic more durable and those like BPA and BPS used to make hard plastics and resins. Experts say the chemicals can cause damage to developmental, reproductive, immune, and cognitive systems. One study researcher says this new study provides a better understanding of exposures, but also potential targets for solutions. Coming up, the State Department of Health is launching a new program that will supply public high schools with the life-saving opioid reversal drug Narcan. And Stacey Lee will return with a look at your First Alert weather forecast.
At West Richland Family Dental and Prime Dental Pasco, we want to remind you your oral health is important. We know that life can get busy. Don't let your family's oral health take a back seat. At West Richland Family Dental and Prime Dental Pasco, we offer extended hours. That's right, we are open from 7 a.m. until 7 p.m., Monday through Friday, plus Saturdays for when the week gets to be too full. We want you to smile healthy and live happy. Find us at one of our 2 locations, West Richland Family Dental and Prime Dental Pasco. Stunning smiles for the whole family.
Tonight, the hunt to catch a killer.
She did a little Christmas shopping, headed to her car, and then went missing from the mall.
Before he kills again.
You have a sexual predator on your hand.
All new 2020, tonight at 9/8 Central on ABC.
Home design and remodeling can be overwhelming. At Premier Woodworks, we are with you throughout the entire project. Our in-house designers and project manager will help you design the space of your dreams. Whatever the size of project, Premier Woodworks will help maximize your space and turn your vision into reality. Visit our website, premierwoodworksllc.com, or stop by our newly remodeled showroom at 109 North Washington in downtown Kennewick.
At US Cellular, anyone can get any phone free. So give yourself a free phone from US Cellular.
She's here!
Then, give yourself the gift of not checking it. The gift of connection at US Cellular. New and current customers get any phone free.
Another year in the rear view. We take a moment to remember the winding roads on our way to carving up snow peaks, the rush to their games and family fun, last-minute road trips and sun-soaked escapes, your favorite people in the passenger seat for game nights and tailgates, and all the journeys and memories that came between. Here is to gearing up for the roads ahead. Our entire team at McCurley will be here to help you find the right vehicle for your journey and keep it running at its best for wherever this new year takes you and to get you back home again.
Find your way home in a new Subaru Crosstrek for only $299 a month from McCurley Subaru.
When migraine strikes, are the trade-offs of treating worth it? Ubrelvy is another option. It quickly eliminates migraine pain.
Do not take with strong CYP3A4 inhibitors. Allergic reactions to Ubrelvy can happen. Most common side effects were nausea and sleepiness.
Ask about Ubrelvy.
Operation Best Friend on Good Morning Northwest, sponsored by Windermere Group 1.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee.
And the talk of the town is the weather, because we've been very active the last few days and we're seeing light snowfall going through the area today. That's going to move on out a little bit later this afternoon or early afternoon, and then we'll have sunny skies, believe it or not. But it is cold and we are seeing some breezy to gusty winds, 13 miles an hour right now. So our feels like temperature is well below zero at 14 degrees through the region. Roadways are covered with a light amount of ice and snow, so do take it easy out there. Our sub-zero temperatures continue to descend down from Canada, and we'll continue to see that across the Pacific Northwest. Look at Montana, the entire state covered by that Arctic air. That eventually will start to move off to the east, but we're stuck with that for a couple of days. Now, our storm track has been tricky and changing as our weather has been progressing over the last couple of days. We were seeing a big snowstorm for the Cascades. That's actually kind of moving to the south now, and the majority of that snowstorm is going to be in the Cascades of Oregon, and we'll continue to see that through tomorrow. The rest of today, we'll see a big storm track there. Lots of rain on the coast and into Northern California. Our Futurecast will show you the real story. Here's that big swath of snow we've been seeing this morning. It's still covering our area. Eventually, by 7 o'clock or so in the morning, it will start to clear out, and then we'll see those sunny skies reappear later in the afternoon. As we get into Saturday, gets again tricky. We'll see those cloudy skies developing, and we see a big system moving up from the south, encompassing I-84 all the way through the Columbia River Gorge, of course the Cascades in Oregon, and then it just seems to be keeping just south of Tri-Cities, so a little more snow possible for Pendleton and the Blues. Another concern over the next couple of days is avalanche warnings. We've got several of those situated in the Blue Mountains, so any backcountry people, be very careful out there because of the gusty winds and the amount of snow we've had. We're going to have some issues in the backcountry. Here's accumulation amounts that we'll see over the next 5 days in our area. Of course, we see a little bit more accumulation for Walla Walla and Pendleton. Lower elevations in the Columbia Basin, not seeing too much. A little bit of snow possible to accumulate there in Yakima. Wind chills are dangerous this morning. Look at Moses Lake at -12, Ellensburg at -3. We're 0 right now in the Tri-Cities as far as wind chill goes. Hermiston at 2, and we're going to see those wind chill factors drop as these temperatures stay extremely low. We'll start to pick back up next week, get back into a more normal range. Very cold weather into the next few days in Yakima as well, eventually climbing up on Wednesday. So again, get ready for mostly clear skies later today. Temperatures on the chilly side in the teens, most of our area. For tonight, dangerous cold. Look at this, 0 for Tri-Cities, and add that wind chill factor. We're going to be -20 or so below 0 as far as our temperatures go. Here's what that 7-day forecast is looking like. Get yourself through the weekend. Be safe. Take a little extra time on those roads this morning. They are a little bit slick out there. Here's what it looks like in Walla Walla and Hermiston. Riley?
Thank you, Stacy. According to the Washington Department of Health, opioid overdoses nearly tripled for 14 to 18-year-olds in the state of Washington between 2016 and 2022. State law already requires school districts with 2,000 or more students to have at least 2 doses of an opioid reversal medication on hand in every high school, but at around $45 a box, it can be expensive. That's why the DOH has launched a program that'll bring 2 sets of naloxone to any public high school that wants it.
Around the state, the ESDs are managing the orders from the public high schools in their district, sort of that relationship with the high schools, and then they're submitting those orders through us and we're fulfilling them.
And anyone in the state of Washington can purchase naloxone over the counter at a pharmacy through the statewide standing order or order it online for free. The Kennewick School District announced the current KSD superintendent, Dr. Tracy Pierce, will be retiring after the 2024-2025 school year. She said during the next few months, the recruitment and hiring process will begin. The new hire will serve as the deputy superintendent for the 2024-2025 school year until Dr. Tracy Pierce retires. The school district is asking the community to weigh in on an online survey. People are asked to share what qualities and characteristics they would like to see in the deputy superintendent and the biggest challenges facing the Kennewick School District. We have a link to the survey on AppleValleyNewsNow.com. The deadline to fill it out is January 24th. Yakima Valley Libraries is putting on a winter reading challenge where adults can read books to win prizes in a bingo-style event through the first 3 months of 2024. The goal of the annual event is to encourage reading for adults and encourage them to branch out and consider books that might be a little outside of their comfort zone. You can pick up a bingo card at the library or online with categories like an author who shares your last initial, a challenge book, or something with a green cover. Every bingo, 5 squares in a row, equals 1 entry into a drawing for raffle prizes like $15 Amazon gift cards, Inklings, or Starbucks. There are also $40 gift cards to Amazon and Inklings and a chance to win tickets to the Yakima Valley Museum, Yakima Nation Cultural Center, or the 2024 Central Washington State Fair.
This game of book bingo is a fun opportunity to win prizes for doing something that you love. Perhaps for others, it's a good time to resolve to read more in 2024.
Completed bingo cards can be turned into any library location, including the bookmobile, and must be submitted by Monday, April 1st, to be entered into the drawing. More details are available at yvl.org. When we return on Good Morning Northwest, when the weather gives you ice, you make sculptures. One town in Michigan is celebrating the cold with the 20th annual Hunter Ice Festival. We'll take a look when we come back.
On Monday. NFL Super Wildcard Weekend wraps up as Philadelphia battles Tampa Bay live from Tampa. The Eagles and the Buccaneers. Then stay tuned for Apple Valley News Now Prime Time, Monday starting at 4:30 on Apple Valley News Now.
A successful real estate transaction requires a team of professionals. At Windermere, our team consists of experienced realtors to guide you through the process. With Windermere on your side and confidence in your real estate journey.
This Valentine's Day, discover the perfect treat for your loved one at Country Mercantile. From gourmet selections to sweet indulgences, we have something for everyone. Whether it's a box of chocolates, a bottle of cider, or a jar of homemade jam, we have the perfect gift to show your love. Shop online today or visit our store to explore our Valentine's collection. Make this Valentine's Day memorable with Country Mercantile. Visit countrymercantile.com now.
Exciting news. US Cellular has the amazing new iPhone 15 Pro with a stunning titanium design and the best iPhone camera yet. The thing that I love...
Beautiful. Now let's cue the music. Green screen. And action.
US Cellular has the amazing new iPhone.
Come on, man. It's titanium.
US Cellular has the amazing new iPhone.
Cut. Love it.
That felt good.
New and current customers can get the iPhone 15 Pro with titanium on us. Get the gift of connection at US Cellular.
Bruno! Bruno! Pup on the run? No problem. With 5 drive modes, Road makes this a walk in the park.
Drive the Nissan Rogue. Now get 1.9% APR financing for 60 months or get $2,000 NMAC cash on the 2023 Nissan Rogue.
Have you ever had a day like this? Bad days are why we got in the game. Capuzza Lighty, Accident Injury Lawyers.
E.T. and Extra, tonight at 7 on Apple Valley News Now.
Extra, extra.
Welcome back, everyone. Art and cold weather living in perfect harmony in Michigan. The 20th annual Hunter Ice Festival kicks off today in Niles with ice carvers displaying their talents all over downtown.
Pretty fun. Artists have been hard at work all week, cutting 32 tons of ice into 150 ice sculptures. Now, visitors will be able to watch live carvings during the festival, and a carving competition, well, that happens tomorrow afternoon. That would be a good thing to be doing here right now with the cold weather, right?
Yeah. Have you seen people do the, like, when I was a lot younger, I would watch on TV like the ice carving shows, or like when it would kind of like appear here and there, I'd be like very interested.
When you go to like fancy restaurants or dinners or events, they'll have ice carvings, which is pretty cool. So good stuff.
I wonder how to get into that profession.
There you go. All right, weather-wise, we've got some light snow falling out and very cold temperatures right now. Our feels like temp is 0 in the Tri-Cities, so be careful out there and bundle up.
And coming up on Good Morning Northwest, record-breaking cold and several inches of snow are threatening to complicate Iowa's leadoff caucuses, but the candidates are publicly expressing their optimism that their supporters will show up no matter how bad the weather is. And President Joe Biden's son, Hunter, has entered a plea after being accused of allegedly failing to pay more than $1 million in taxes.
In today's Tech Bites, Apple's Vision Pro headsets are expected to fly off the shelves. The company is only producing up to 80,000 virtual reality headsets in time for the launch 3 weeks from today. A top analyst predicts the $3,500 headsets will sell out quickly. Google says it's getting rid of 17 of what it calls underutilized features from Google Assistant. Several of those being eliminated include the ability to use voice commands. The search engine giant claims the changes will make Google Assistant easier to use. Finally, a new WhatsApp feature allows users to create their own stickers. You can use your own photos, personalize them with text, or by overlaying other stickers and send them to others. Once a sticker is created, it's saved so it can be used again and again whenever it's needed. You know, there's just something about stickers that really makes them so appealing. Those are your Tech Bites.
Febreze. We live our lives on our home's fabrics, and though we come and go, our odors stay. It's called odor transfer. Left untreated, those odors get trapped inside fabrics and then release smells into your air. Ew. You need Febreze Fabric Refresher. Its formula is proven to deliver long-lasting odor-fighting power so you can enjoy long-lasting freshness, even hours after spraying. The more everyone sprays, the fresher your whole home stays. Febreze Fabric Refresher.
Nexium 24-Hour prevents heartburn acid for twice as long as Pepcid. Get all day and all night heartburn acid prevention with just one pill a day. Choose acid prevention. Choose Nexium.
Ready for the NFL playoffs?
I was born ready.
Dramatic entrances? Check. Team of Destiny?
Check.
Nightmare matchups? Check. All the heart-pumping playoff action of your dreams? Check, please.
The snow and cold have already wreaked havoc on the schedules for the Republican candidates at the Iowa caucus, thwarting their plans to crisscross Iowa and make their final pitches to voters this weekend. And Hunter Biden has entered a plea in his federal tax case in California.
And we're seeing light snow falling through the Columbia Basin this morning. We'll have some delays, and White Pass is currently closed, has been closed since last night due to adverse weather conditions. All the details coming up in my First Alert weather forecast.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest, on your side.
Good morning and thank you for joining us. I'm Riley Fitzgerald.
And I'm Stacy Lee. And yeah, it's been active weather, Riley. I mean, we had that snow. It's coming and going. It's going to be going later today, but we have had a major travel impact for White Pass. It's been closed since last night due to adverse weather. Downed, I'm assuming, trees on the roadway because of the winds yesterday. So anyway, that remains closed this morning. So if you were going to go catch some of that fresh powder, not going to happen today so far. All right, let's take a look outside. We are having light snow falling on our Skywatch radar through the area. Hermiston, Pendleton, Walla Walla, Dayton, Tri-Cities, even parts of Prosser and out to the Hanford area. So be aware of that and drive a little bit slower this morning as we are seeing a little bit of accumulation on the roadways. It's very cold right now, 14 degrees on our Legends Casino Skycam. Winds are at 13 miles an hour, so our feels like temp is down to 0. That is the wind chill factor. We have wind chill warnings in place through the area into the weekend, so be aware of that. Our wind speeds around the area, and factor in this, 13 in Tri-Cities, 25 in Connell, so our wind chill factor there is well below 0. So again, be safe. Arctic blast continues to come into our area. We're going to see this all the way through Sunday. Sub-zero temperatures will continue to make their way into the Columbia Basin and most of the Pacific Northwest, even into the central part of the state. Wind chill warnings in place, light snow this morning, avalanche warnings in the Blue Mountains. Be safe in the backcountry. Dangerously cold temperatures all weekend long. All the details coming up in your First Alert full weather forecast. Riley?
Thank you, Stacy. We have a few school weather delays coming in this morning. The Highland, Mount Adams, and Natchez Valley school districts are on a 2-hour delay along with Walla Walla Community College. The Sela, West Valley, Goldendale, and Yakima school districts are delayed 2 hours with buses on snow routes and no AM preschool for Sela and Yakima. Here in the Tri-Cities, the Waitsburg School District is on a 2-hour delay with no morning preschool. Only one school has announced a closure so far this morning, West Chestnut Academy in Yakima. Now to the race for the White House. The deep freeze blanketing Iowa is threatening to complicate caucuses coming in just 3 days. Republican candidates are urging voters to come out anyway, concerned many may stay at home, thinking the results are already a done deal. The severe weather already impacting last-minute campaigning in the state. ABC's M. Wynn is in Des Moines, Iowa with the Caucus Media Center, at the Caucus Media Center with the latest.
This morning, blizzard warnings across Iowa forcing some Republican presidential candidates to cancel in-person events. Former UN Ambassador Nikki Haley replacing a Friday event with a telephone town hall. Her spokesperson saying stormy weather won't stop us from ensuring Iowans hear Nikki's vision.
I am excited because obviously I have been campaigning all over this sweet state for 11 months, so it's fun that we can kind of bring this to fruition and see where it is.
This as the GOP frontrunner Donald Trump spends another day in court, the second this week. During closing arguments in his civil fraud trial, the former president lashing out at the judge in unauthorized remarks, calling the case a political witch hunt. The judge had previously found Trump overvalued his real estate properties for years, allowing him to get better deals on loans and insurance. The court's now only deciding how much Trump and his business should pay. State Attorney General Letitia James arguing Trump should also never be allowed to do business in New York again.
It's a disgrace, and they should pay me damages.
Back in Iowa, Governor Ron DeSantis warning against making this election about the former president.
If Trump is the candidate, you have the election will be about legal issues, criminal trials, maybe he's convicted. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff that we don't know is going to happen. January 6th.
Not to be forgotten in Iowa, President Joe Biden's team with plans to descend on Des Moines on caucus day to remind voters what's at stake. His campaign accusing Trump and MAGA Republicans of launching an assault on Americans' freedoms.
When Iowans kick off the 2024 election cycle on Monday, they're likely to confront sub-zero temperatures. But candidates are expressing optimism that their supporters will still come out. M. Wynn, ABC News, Des Moines, Iowa.
Hunter Biden has pleaded not guilty to federal charges in California for allegedly failing to pay more than $1 million in taxes. The president's son arrived at the federal courthouse in Los Angeles Thursday to enter his plea in the case brought by special counsel David Weiss. Hunter Biden is facing 9 counts. Prosecutors say he enjoyed a lavish lifestyle while engaging in what they call a tax avoidance conspiracy. They accuse him of conspiring to avoid paying at least $1.4 million in taxes. He has since paid back the IRS what he owed in taxes and penalties. Biden's attorney has argued the charges are nothing more than a political hit job. The federal judge set a trial date of June 20th. Stacey Lee is here with a look at your First Alert weather forecast.
And we've got very cold temperatures around the area with our wind chill making us feel like it's 0 outside, plus light snow falling. Drive safe out there. More details coming up in my First Alert weather forecast.
And you may be able to breathe a little easier when it comes to your grocery bill, as new reports show promising trends toward reducing the cost of eating at home.
Tonight, the hunt to catch a killer.
She did a little Christmas shopping, headed to her car, and then went missing from the mall.
Before he kills again.
You have a sexual predator on your hand.
All new 2020, tonight at 9/8 Central on ABC.
Order in the court. Just tell the truth. Everybody's telling the truth. This is a weird case. What y'all want? You must be out your mind. You a gangster?
Guilty.
I've gotten over the flattery part. I'm here to do business. I am a judge. It sounds funny when I say
it. Life can be hard. With Culligan, your water doesn't have to be.
January is Cervical Cancer Awareness Month. Early-stage cervical cancer can have no symptoms, so start getting tested at age 25. There's more at applevalleyNewsNow.com.
Becky Morris at Prosser Memorial Health's Grandview Clinic. Visit prosserhealth.org.
Dear all-wheel drive, let's show the road what we've got. Snowy streets, we're coming for you. Icy grip, we're holding tight. Wintry mix? Meh. Safety's the name of our game. Yours. Toyota all-wheel drive sedans.
Every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care, our no-cost maintenance plan with roadside assistance. Visit your local Toyota dealer to learn more. Find yours at toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
Get extra savings this holiday weekend at More Furniture during our massive New Year's sale. We're celebrating all weekend long with incredible values on furniture and mattresses store-wide. Your home deserves a fresh start for 2024, and we've got everything you need during the New Year's sale at More Furniture. Visit your local showroom or morefurniture.com to preview all sales specials.
This Valentine's Day, discover the perfect treat for your loved one at Country Mercantile. From gourmet selections to sweet indulgences, we have something for everyone. Whether it's a box of chocolates, a bottle of cider, or a jar of homemade jam, we have the perfect gift to show your love. Shop online today or visit our store to explore our Valentine's collection. Make this Valentine's Day memorable with Country Mercantile. Visit countrymercantile.com now.
Next Live, Daniel Levy and Josh Hutcherson. Plus, strive for more in 24 tips on overcoming loneliness.
Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
A winter flight over a beautiful park. Fly the Northwest, Tuesday at 6.
Eating at home is getting a lot cheaper. The Customer Price Index shows food at home prices only rose 1.3% last year. That's a net drop relative to 3.4% inflation. It's a well-deserved break from prices that rose 11.8% the previous year. Eating out is still going to cost you more as food prices tied to restaurants and vending machines went up 5.2%. A new wave of bird flu is also causing egg prices to go up. They've risen almost 9% since November, but they're still down nearly 24% for the year. The prices of lettuce and potatoes have dropped even without considering inflation. A group of Democratic senators is urging federal regulators to take a close look at the Navy Federal Credit Union. According to a letter from 10 lawmakers, the NFCU might not be complying with federal anti-discrimination laws. The senators cite a CNN report on racial disparities in mortgage approvals. According to that CNN investigation, Navy Federal approved more than 75% of loans for white people in 2022. The most recent federal data shows a comparable loan was approved for less than 50% of black people. The number is being reviewed by the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. The Department of Housing and Urban Development has not commented on the letter. eBay faces a $3 million fine linked to a harassment campaign that included stalking and live cockroaches. According to a statement from the Massachusetts U.S. Attorney's Office, Ina and David Steiner were sent allegedly disturbing packages in 2019. Among them, a bloody pig mask, a funeral wreath, and those live cockroaches. And it wasn't just stuff being sent to the Steiners' house. The workers allegedly put a GPS tracker on their vehicle and also posted their address on Craigslist. Authorities say the eBay employees were upset that the newsletter the Steiners produced was occasionally critical of the company. eBay says it fired all of the people who were involved in 2020. The acting U.S. attorney on the case called eBay's conduct, quote, absolutely horrific. Coming up, the U.S. is moving closer to its 2030 climate goals thanks to federal investments in clean energy projects, some of which have even been felt here in the Tri-Cities. And Stacey Lee will return with a look at your First Alert weather forecast.
The best way to end your day.
That is good TV.
Friends, tonight at 11:05.
If you have an injury claim and are considering a settlement with the insurance company, make sure you're compensated for every element of damage you're entitled to. Don't be tempted to accept a quick holiday settlement. This holiday message is brought to you by Allen Brecky Law Offices.
A successful real estate transaction requires a team of professionals. At Windermere, our team consists of experienced realtors to guide you through the process. With Windermere on your side and confidence in your real estate journey.
When it comes to what's best in a mattress,
big ol' springs,
memory foam,
springs,
foam. Denver Mattress says, why not both? Introducing the Doctor's Choice Hybrid with the cooling full-body comfort of gel memory foam and individually wrapped coils featuring Boss technology. All packed in this easy-to-manage box. Choose from the luxury firm, Plush, and Eurotop. And rest easy knowing it's backed by our 365-night Better Sleep Guarantee. The Doctor's Choice Hybrid, exclusively at Denver Mattress.
There's still time to save with Bi-Mart's latest savings book loaded with store-wide winter stock reduction specials. Save $15 on a 50-pound bag of Black Gold Explorer dried dog food, just $34.99. Save on Sterilite storage totes. The 54-quart is just $8.99. Plus save in sporting goods on Mr. Heater tank top heaters. Winter stock reduction sale priced at 30% off. Save through January 16th with our latest savings book at Bi-Mart, your Northwest employee-owned membership store.
Another year in the rear view. The rush to their games and family fun. Last-minute road trips and sun-soaked escapes. Game nights and tailgates. And all the journeys and memories that came between. Our entire team at McCurley will be here to help you for wherever this new year takes you and to get you back home again.
Drive into the new year in a 2024 Mazda CX-5 with 0% financing from McCurley Mazda.
Teens have drama.
One more minute!
Braces add more drama.
Oh, how does anyone do this?
Invisalign is better oral hygiene and no drama.
Another year in the rear view. The rush to their games and family fun. Last-minute road trips and sun-soaked escapes. Game nights and tailgates. And all the journeys and memories that came between. Our entire team at McCurley will be here to help you for wherever this new year takes you and to get you back home again.
Find your way home in a new 2024 Chevy Silverado with financing as low as 1.9% from McCurley Chevrolet.
For over 30 years, our lawyers and staff have sent holiday greetings and reminders to be careful on winter streets. This year is no exception. Season's greetings, everyone. Be safe and have a happy new year.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee.
Well, let's take a look outside on our Skywatch radar. We've been seeing light snow falling all morning long, light accumulation, but the roadways, well, a little bit slippery, especially if you get to the south of Tri-Cities, Hermiston, Pendleton, that I-84 corridor, a little bit slick this morning. Of note, Highway 12 White Pass is closed. It's been closed since last night due to adverse weather and debris on the roadways, and I'm assuming with those strong gusty winds, there's some trees down probably over the roadway there. No word on when that will reopen. 14 degrees right now, Legends Casino Skycam. Our wind chill at just winds at a light 13 miles per hour is creating a 0 feels like temperature outside. So very, very cold. You're going to want to bundle up. Those sub-zero temperatures continue to descend down from Canada, and we'll see that encompassing most of the Pacific Northwest, eventually moving off to the east over the next couple of days, but it's kind of going to just sit right on top of us for the next couple of days. Now, the storm track has been tricky to predict and follow, but today's storms mainly, once our area clears up, is going to move to the south. So we'll see heavy Cascade Mountain snow in Oregon, and then another system moving into Northern California. Most of the system is going to stay to the south of us, and even tomorrow there's another system moving through the area, and more than likely it will stay south of Tri-Cities, but it may impact places like the Dalles, Heppner, and Pendleton, Hermiston possibly, but pretty much staying south of Tri-Cities. So that's what's going on as far as the weather into the weekend. We see clearing skies. You'll see a little bit of sunshine later today once those clouds and this little system moves through the area. Then we get into Saturday, and this is what I'm talking about. It's coming up from the south, impacting the I-84 corridor, but just staying south of Tri-Cities and our Cascade Mountains. So it's a tricky forecast, but a lot going on. Winter weather advisories in place. Wind chill warnings for the Columbia Basin and north. We've got winter weather advisories for the southern portion of our demographic area. Snow accumulations, you'll see a little bit more here in Pendleton, Walla Walla. The rest of the area, just a light dusting as we're seeing this morning. A little bit more of a chance of accumulation there in Yakima. Wind chills are dangerously cold this morning. -9 in Connell, 0 Tri-Cities, -4 at Hanford, -2 Prosser, and that will be the case going into the weekend. Look at our daytime highs today around the area. Very chilly. We're just going to be in the teens. For tonight, we'll be down into the single digits and below 0 in some areas. So dangerously cold areas around our region. Here's that 7-day planning forecast. We'll stay cold through the weekend into the first part of next week, and we'll see a gradual climb up beginning Tuesday into Thursday of next week. Here's what it looks like in Walla Walla. Again, be aware of random snow flurries here and there. There was even a little thunder snow that happened last night in the Dayton area with those warmer temperatures. All right, so if you're trying to head out and do a little skiing, catch some of that fresh powder in the area, here's what things are looking like at Schweitzer Mountain this morning. It looks pretty good, but here's what's going to get you. The temperatures are super, super duper cold. In fact, we're seeing temperatures right now -18 at Schweitzer, so very, very cold. Your wind chill factor -50. But the good news is they got 5 inches of fresh powder there. Taking a look at Ski Bluewood, Highway 12 open. They got 3 inches of new. It's 4 degrees up there today for the daytime high, but your wind chill will make it -10. So I don't know about you. That's not my ideal skiing conditions. However, 3 inches of powder might be a little bit alluring. And we'll take a look at White Pass. But again, White Pass is closed right now. The pass is closed both directions. So 11 degrees. Wind chill factor -5, but they got a foot of new snow. There you go. That's your ski report brought to you by Schweitzer Mountain Resort. Riley?
Thank you, Stacy. Recent federal investments in clean energy projects are moving the U.S. closer to its 2030 climate goals. A majority of states are expected to see a rise in wind and solar energy capacity by 2035, according to a study from Princeton University. ABC's chief climate correspondent, Ginger Zee, has more.
About 15 miles off the coast of Martha's Vineyard, fresh power from offshore wind turbines. The Vineyard Wind Project is one of many benefiting from President Biden's landmark climate legislation, the Inflation Reduction Act. This project alone should produce power for more than 400,000 households, and others are planned around the country.
Just about every state in the country is going to see a pretty significant increase in solar and wind because these incentives are widespread, and some parts of the country have better wind resources.
While the IRA has helped quicken the transition to renewables, Princeton researchers found that it still is not fast enough to cut greenhouse gas emissions in half by 2030. As of right now, Princeton found that solar and wind are expected to grow and eventually make up more than half the energy in 46 different states by 2035.
There are more jobs in clean energy in general than there are in the more conventional types of energy that we've had for a long time, fossil fuels. It requires more people to do it, so that means there's more jobs. And then the health impacts, I think, are really pretty significant.
I'm Ginger Zee.
When we come back, maybe it was your graduation or an awards ceremony, but many people can relate to the fear of tripping and falling flat on your face in front of a large group of people. But an entertainer at a kid's birthday party shows that even superheroes aren't immune to faceplants.
A successful real estate transaction requires a team of professionals. At Windermere, our team consists of experienced realtors to guide you through the process. With Windermere on your side and confidence in your real estate journey.
Shelby's Floral, your homegrown neighbor with worldwide connections for over 45 years. Shelby's, more than just a flower shop, specializing in beautiful custom arrangements, live plants, silk florals, home decor, and all things Christmas. We're unique and we're here for all of life's occasions. Shelby's Floral at the corner of Clearwater and Edison in Kennewick. Stop by today and let our experienced designers help you with all of your floral needs. Shelby's Floral.
From Apple Valley News Now, this is Apple Valley Eats.
All right, so my job here is the food and beverage executive chef. I've been here 10 years. Started off here as an entry-level cook. I was given the opportunity to step into the executive chef role, which is the position that I'm in. I've been in that position for about 6 years now, almost. What I do here, I handle not so much the day-to-day operations, but everything that goes into the menu planning, the SOPs for all of the cooks, recipes, ensuring all the recipes are all the same, the consistency, the vision of the food and beverage department as far as the aesthetics. What is it going to look like? What does the food preparation look like? We have everything from catering, fast food, employee meals, which is a cafeteria style setting, and then obviously our bread and butter, what we do, a buffet here at Legends. What we like to do here is try to keep our team members happy, try to be versatile with them, try to be flexible, whatever needs that they may have. We try to accommodate. We do have childcare here on property, so if somebody needs to drop their kids off at childcare, that option's always there. You could come into our department with no experience at all, but we're gonna show you how to hold a knife, we're gonna show you how to cut vegetables, we're gonna show you how to cut meat, we're gonna show you how to use all the equipment. Is the comfort of knowing that I'm gonna have my consistent 40 hours a week. And that goes from everywhere from a dishwasher all the way up to my position. It's another benefit of working here at Legends. I like to think of it more as a career rather than a job.
Every one of our 8 weekday meal deals is under $10. Ham and cheese omelet, under 10. Classic steak burger and fries, under 10. 2x2x2 combo, under 10, under 10, under 10. The new weekday meal deals menu, only at IHOP.
Remodeling your kitchen? Fred's has the latest in kitchen appliances from GE Cafe on sale.
With a variety of custom cafe colors and options, makes it easy to personalize your kitchen.
And when it's time for cleanup, the GE Cafe dishwasher offers loading flexibility and a reversing wash arm to clean every inch of your dishes.
Get up to $2,000 in rebates in GE Cafe appliances.
Come in and see the great selection of cafe kitchen packages at Fred's.
Philadelphia and Tampa Bay, Monday night at 4:30. Apple Valley News Now.
And let's take a look at those daytime highs today. Now, eventually we'll see some sunshine in the afternoon, but it's going to be cold sunshine. Those are the daytime highs. Look at Yakima, 14 degrees. It's only going to make it to 11 in Cle Elum and Ellensburg today. Moving into the Columbia Basin. Remember, we were close to 40 degrees yesterday. Not so much today. Again, chilly sunshine with temperatures in the teens all through the area. Connell only making it up to 12. And foothills of the Blues, again, the snow will linger a little bit longer there this morning, but temperatures, again, in the teens, 15, Walla Walla. Wow, that's cold.
Well, there's an addition to the Face Planters Hall of Fame, and since he's a superhero, he's not someone you expect to see fall on his face, bringing both glee and terror to a group of kids. CNN's Jeannie Moose reports.
He can slam a Jeep. He can toss a bear, he can wrestle a bull by its horns, but the Hulk met his match at a birthday party for a 4-year-old in Brazil when his toes couldn't handle the flooring. The little girl who came closest to getting squished by the bulk of the Hulk seemed delighted, but look at the terrified face of the girl fleeing with her dolly. And thus the Hulk joined the ranks of the Face Planters, the singer who found himself skating on thin carpet, but continued to sing. The contestants in the Grandparents' Derby, even the Atlas robot, but at least the robot managed to get up by himself. Unlike the Hulk, who needed help, the godfather of the birthday boy says the superhero was uninjured, got up and danced, but when you hire a fill-in for $143 the same day as the party, after the original guy you booked disappeared, well, you can't expect your Hulk to be incredible. Jeannie Moose, CNN, New York.
I have to admit, that made me giggle.
Yes, I think I'd have the same reaction as many of those kids in there.
Frightened?
Oh, a little bit, yeah.
Anyway, that was great.
That was funny.
All right, let's talk about weather. Don't slip outside. It is cold. It's snowing out there, and those roadways are a little bit slippery. Take extra time this morning. All the details coming up in your First Alert weather forecast.
Plus, we'll hear from the National Weather Service in Pendleton about some of the challenges when it comes to predicting winter weather. And a major update in the investigation into the Prosser Chief of Police following the police union's vote of no confidence. Good Morning Northwest continues right now.